have reached your destination.
Yep. Here's today's job. While I wait for the weather to warm up a little bit, and or my garage, took this thing out for a run today. I am going to do the undercarriage, the underside. That being that stuff. I'm talking sound heat barrier, this, and that. I have a roll of that. So I may have enough tiles. There's leftover stuff from a different, actually from this. So I may need to order more, which is fine. And it's peel and stick. It goes on. I roll it on. I then roll it with a roller. And then the, I don't know what it's called, but I call it Mylar faced bubble wrap. That crap. Okay, so I'll do that next. I'll do that now. I've already sprayed out the interior of the whole thing here. Got rid of dust and anything else that will prevent adhesion. Oops. And you can see what I did to fix the holes. That's JB Weld. That stuff's gonna hold forever. So this entire top will fall apart, turn into dust, and JB Weld will be left. And future generations are gonna go, what the fuck was that? And I'm going to say, because I'm going to live that long, JB Weld. Okay, there we go. I'm not done. I've got the back to do still, but I had forgotten that I need to affix the method of the clips for the teardrops back here, and I haven't figured that out. But that won't be tough. I mean, shouldn't be tough. I have... Do I have? I think I have a junk frame up in my attic. Let me think. I'll figure something out. Anyway, here it is. This stuff is notoriously easy to put on, but by God, once it's on, it's on. And if I have to do any trimming or any trim backing, it's going to be a bitch. Because this stuff is on, it's on good. Let me see if I can find a piece to show you what this stuff looks like. There we go. See that? Okay, so that's butyl rubber and a pretty goddamn good adhesive. And I don't know what the mil thickness of this aluminum sheet is, but it's thick. And you gotta be careful or you'll cut yourself. Done it many times. But once it's on, it's rolled on. Where's my roller? The roller's still in there? I'll put the roller, here it is. Here's the roller. This comes usually with a kit. Sometimes you buy it extra. But you start from one edge and just start rolling it in, or you could develop a air pocket. I just pop those with a screwdriver. And then in the areas I can't get to, I use the butt end of a screwdriver and force it onto the edge. This thing is probably 3 pounds heavier, maybe 2 pounds, and it feels more rigid. And I'm not surprised. I mean, this stuff is pretty good. You'll note that I've got a couple of seams. You can kind of see one there. It's tough because of the light reflection, but there's a seam here. And there's a seam here. Once the other stuff is on, you're not going to see those seams, nor will you feel it, nor will you sense it when the final headliner is on. So I'm awfully pleased with this stuff. Truly. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to stop for the night, and I'm going to... I'll take a shower, honestly. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's it for now. Okay, Mylar face bubble wrap. I've trimmed it so that it fits there at the front. And all I'm going to do is spray glue all throughout that. Spray glue all throughout that. Let it cure. skin over for a minute or two, and then just lay it down, right? And once that's down, I'll take that roller and kind of pat it everywhere, make sure it's really adhered to everything. I will then do the other side, and as you can see, it does look like bubble wrap. This will be, I guess, a thermal barrier. That's what it's used in houses for, anyway. And this plus what I've already got on there with the hush mat or whatever it's called, will do a lot to deaden both the heat transfer from the sun and the sound from road noise and everything else. So it makes a hell of a difference. You'd be surprised. I've used this on a Fiat. I've used it on a Mercedes. I've used it on my my MG. What else have I used it on? A Triumph. And I swear by it. So it's cheap to buy it too. Anyway, there we go. Once I'm done with that, again, I'm not gonna finish off this portion until I get those hooks put in somehow. I actually had a sleepless night thinking on how best to do this. So whenever I have an engineering conundrum, my body goes into thought mode, and I just don't sleep until I solve the problem. So I think I've solved the problem. I've got an idea anyway. So there we go. I wanted to show you something just right quick. I'm going to show you why I have not sanded for the last time and or painted. As you've known, obviously I've got this thing upside down, and even though I've got padding and so forth, some scratch marks there. Not scratches, but once I sand this down for its final sand and then paint it, stuff like that disappears. So literally the last thing I'm going to do is the window in the final liner on the inside, and I'll do that on inside my house with a fluffy blanket that this thing normally sleep on, so it doesn't scratch it up. I'm going to pause and turn this over and show you what hold on. I've trimmed all it down, right? And I will pause and then turn it over and show you how it looks. I like it. I have more work to do, but I still like it. There. And at some point, I'm going to, like I say, add the rest of it to the back. But I need to figure out the hook for the teardrop. Now, you can see that I have done a good job. I've trimmed more or less. Some patches. That's marking and not a gap. Marker, not a gap, and so forth. I think what with scraps and leftovers, I should have enough to do that last piece. More my workbench too, so it'll look haphazard, but you're not going to see it after the headliner's in. So there it is, and I'll tell you, with this stuff on and that hush mat or whatever the hell it is, it's a little bit heavier. It's probably good 3 or 4 pounds, 5 pounds heavier now, and this is not going to come off at all. The glue I'm using is goddamn good. There you go. So I think once I do the teardrop thing, the hooks rather, I'll then post, once I figure it out and put it in, and then put it on, and etc., I'll post this, right? Yeah. Got to figure it out, but I'll do it. God damn it. Okay, well, my dreams bore me fruit. Putting this back on my car and kind of tracing out where the teardrops are, they're here, right? Teardrop, of course, being this. And that's what I want the back of this thing to hook into. This was not designed to have those hooks, so I've got to put them in. And there you go. I have since cut this out of plate steel. This is, I don't know, whatever gauge. It fits perfectly within the teardrop, and it's about right there, right? So what I'm going to, right there. What I'm going to do is build this up with JB Weld. I'm going to reinforce it with something, I think. And I've countersunk with my drill something for screws to put in, so it's that much more heavy duty, heavy gauge, whatever. God damn it! Sorry, I don't watch my phone as I film, record. And I'll do it on both sides, here and here. Whoops. Here. So next step is to build up the, shall we say, platform. Okay, so here's first attempt. You can see I've got a good seal. Once the rubber lip goes on, it'll be even better. And if it does rain, I'm talking worst case scenario here. Bad seal in the back, bad seal in the window. Let's just say, and this is outside with a window in it. Everything's done. Rain gets through, hits, and then goes backwards. So I'm not worried about that because, well, I'm just not. But still, like I said, good seal. There's the attempt. And it fits. But goddamn, is it tight. And like I say, once I've got a rubber seal on there, I'm not sure what to do. Because I also have to worry about the window. That'll be a lip that goes in there, right? And then I have to worry about another, what, eighth of an inch of seal that will raise all of this up that way. And oh, by the way, it doesn't fit in front correctly. Okay. So I'm gonna have to angle all that shit down. I guess what I could do is, I got an idea. I do have an idea. I'm not sure if I like the idea, but I've got an idea. Which is to unscrew these, put this on the car naturally and see what kind of a gap there is, and then fill that, right? Fill it right the hell in. On the car, which I do not like doing. Because I could put painter's tape down and all kinds of wax paper and shit like that, so that if it leaks, it's not a big deal. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I will do that. Okay, enough for thinking. I'm not even sure how long it's been since I've posted a video on this thing. It's been like 3 weeks, I think, if not more. Alright, so I'm done. I have put this together as a clip for the left and right side teardrops, and I'm done. I may want to format up just a little bit, and same with this one. And I need to do some painting to it, make sure it's rust proof, of course, but it's done. So all that I have left on this entire endeavor is to paint it, clear coat it, and do the putting it all back together. So I could have painted today, maybe. It's gorgeous outside. I just bought that thing. And it's sunny and nice, so yeah. I guess I could have, well, what's the temperature? It says it's 58 degrees inside my garage. That's not good painting temperature, so I'll wait maybe a little bit more, let it warm up in here at some point, and then put a whole bunch of space heaters in here and just do it, Anyway, after I'm done painting and clear coating, I put the, what do you call it? I put the innards on here, and that will be it. I need the wiring to do. I can do that in probably a few minutes, so I'll do that next. That's it. So, painting, inner headliner, reassembly. Finished. Jesus, I'm almost done. There we go. All right, well, I'm going to post this finally. I hope the day finds you well, in good spirits, and blah, 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 blah. And there we go.